Hi, today we are going to be trying to make our own breeding colonies of fruit flies in order to feed our adorable little baby geckos, who you can see in this video just here. But before then, roll the intro. This problem largely originates from our previous fruit fly colonies, which have been breeding too well. And whilst they've been breeding too well, they've used up all their available oxygen faster than the gas exchange for their small enclosure and suffocated. So we're going to be splitting the colony today by building a second one. So we first need ventilation to make sure that CO2 buildup does not happen again. We've opted to go for the craft knife and a candle technique. Now, with the benefit of hindsight, a soldering iron probably would have been the better solution. It probably would have been faster, easier and safer, but at the time I thought this involved slightly less faffing about. So here we are, and let's watch a 20 times speed time lapse of what I had to do for this. Now that we've burnt all the way around, we can easily just pop that plastic disc out. In order to ventilate this jar whilst also allowing them to not escape, we're going to be cutting down some filter paper to size. With this we can then screw the lid back on, holding the filter paper in place. Now we need to make the media that they will be sat on. This will act both as food for the flies as well as somewhere for their larvae to grow. So we start off with 70 millilitres of beer. At least we do once all of the foam has settled. We pour that 70 millilitres of beer into the bottom of our jar. And immediately upon seeing how far up the jar that was, I decided it was too much and disposed of some of it. Moving on, we then put in 25 millilitres of a 10% acetic acid solution, better known as cleaning vinegar. Next is 25 millilitres of boiling water. Then 14 grams of instant mashed potato powder, commonly known as smash. That's then stirred in, forming our frankly disgusting smelling mashed potato. And then we're going to put in some yeast. The next thing that we're going to put in are these strips of paper. The flies, if left to their own devices on the media, would end up getting stuck and drowning. So this gives them a secure area to perch onto and lay their eggs. And now it's time to put in some flies. And this obviously went without a hitch, and no flies at all escaped and needed to be wrangled off of my desk. The continuous movement of the pot is to stop them from being able to crawl up to the top whilst it's open. And there we have it, some fruit flies in their new forever home. And sadly that does bring us to the end, but thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please do share, like and subscribe, and carry on learning. Bye!